Hey, what's up? This is Diesel, and today we're going to talk about why I think the Nation of Domination is better than the Shield. There's this notion, the YWC, that I do not agree with, that many people think that the Shield is better than the Nation of Domination in terms of all-time great stables, or this WWE or stables in history in general, and I say, hell no, it is not. I personally don't get why people think that, and I'm going to explain my reasons why tonight, why I do not think the Shield is better than the Nation of Domination. Not even close. But yeah, and the factors I'm going to look into of why I think the Nation is better than the Shield: charisma and character, purpose, after the group, the stars it created, match quality, storylines and feuds, important matches, and look. I was considering not to put look on the key factors of which is better of the two of that factor, but you Roman Reigns fans, boy, talking about how sexy you men think he is. Really, men are saying this? Women, that's what they're supposed to do, but men, God, you guys are embarrassing sometimes. But yeah, I wasn't gonna say it. I was gonna use the look factor, but you know what? For you gay Roman Reigns fanboys, I'm gonna bring that look into the keys to which group was better in one of those factors. But yeah. So my reasons of why the Nation of Domination was better than the Shield. Let's start off with charisma and character. Now, I'm going to be dead honest with you guys. Back in the Shield days, Dean Ambrose is actually my least favorite character out of the three. Roman Reigns, that's correct. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, I actually like Dean Ambrose the least. I'm not hating on dude, I just wasn't that into him. I was personally more into Dean Ambrose after he left the group. But yeah, and plus to look at on the mic skills. Dean Ambrose cannot even compare to The Rock. Sorry, Dean Ambrose fans. I like him too, but Dean Ambrose on the mic during the Shield days does not compare to The Rock. Not even close. Because look at his promos in 97. He has something to prove. He was trying to break up from that lame-ass Rocky Maivia babyface gimmick. And then look at 1998 when that rolled around. And the debut of If You Smell What I'm Cooking at WrestleMania 14. And look at some of those classic promos he cut during 1998 when he was with the group. To me, Dean Ambrose, he's great on the mic, but he didn't truly cut that classic promo to me, that all-time great promo to me. Like, what promo did he cut that compared to any of The Rock's great 1998 promos? I'm sorry, none of them did it. And then when I talk about mic skills, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins at times look dead up scared on the mic. They look like they're kind of nervous. Like, I remember one time Roman Reigns was kind of nervous when the mic came to him. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns weren't that great. And I'm sorry, but when it comes to charisma, when it comes to stables, the most important thing is their characters and their purpose, which I'm about to get to. But their character and their purpose, character mostly, is the most important thing to a stable. Why do you think DX was so popular? Their character and charisma. Why do you think Four Horsemen were popular? Their character and charisma. Why do you think the NWO was fucking popular? Their character and their charisma. Hulk Hogan and fucking Nash on the mic and one team, oh my goodness. But yeah, charisma and character, easily Nation of Domination. And even look at Farouk when he was cutting his why WWE is racist promos. You know what? That leads me to my next component. The purpose of which stable. Nation of Domination showed and had more purpose than the Shield did. What was, and I'm gonna elaborate more on charisma in this too. What was Farouk's purpose of creating this group? You know, racism in the WWE, which a lot of people in the YWC and casual fans have even talked about, is possible or just flat out racism within the WWE. And I'm one of those people who do believe there is racism in the WWE. I mean, let's look at a guy like Michael P.S. Hayes, a fucking known racist. Let's look at, like, that promo with Triple H. That was fucking racist. Like, a lot of us believe that the WWE is racist. And that was Farouk's point. The WWE's racist. Why hasn't there been a black champion? So, and then look what The Rock came in. He came and took over. And then what did he do with the Nation of Domination? He turned it into the Nation. Then it was no longer a black thing. It was a being cool thing. And then what was the Shield's purpose? They came in as CM Punk scoons, hired bodyguards from Paul Heyman and stuff, interfering in matches. And then after a while, I do remember this. After a while, people were saying, what is the justice they're fighting for? Like, what are they fighting for? What is their purpose? After a while, I do remember people saying, what is their purpose? And, they came attacking guys and stuff. But I'm not going to lie to you. I do remember a point when even a few people in the YWC said that towards the end of their heel run, the Shield was close to getting stale. I fucking remember they were talking about the Shield close to getting stale. And then when it started to get more over, what happened? They turned babyface, and then they were fucking over as fuck. But what was the Shield's real purpose, What was it? To me, I don't know, bodyguards, then they became cool, started beating up the heels and stuff. They're part of the Authority. What was it they were fighting for? To me, that was never fully explained. Like, what was the justice they were fighting for? Like, where would they be if there was no CM Punk? And I'm not talking about just creating the group. If CM Punk was still a babyface, would they be as big? Who knows? They'd probably still be as big as, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins with his cool moves, but would it be the same without CM Punk? And sometimes I don't think so. But who knows? Dean Ambrose could have came up with something. Next point. After the group. And the stars are created. Nation of Domination created The Rock. Do I really need to say more on that? Same guy that when Roman Reigns won the fucking Royal Rumble, The Rock came to raise his hand to try and get him over, and it failed. The Rock, the guy who is in Hollywood right now, making A-list movies, making a shitload of money, and is the biggest draw in wrestling right now since 2012 when he came back. And we knew that was going to happen. Is Roman Reigns a big draw? Not really. They tried to put him in the main event, and that kind of failed. And worse, they put him in the main event knowing they're bringing Bryan back to the Royal Rumble. Epic fail. And look at the other members of Nation of Domination. The Godfather, he was mega over. He had a cool gimmick, The Godfather. Who doesn't remember, let's get on the Train. D'Lo Brown. He could have been something, but that unfortunate accident happened with Jaws. Who else was there? Mark Henry. Look at what Mark Henry went on to do in 2011. Seth Rollins this year cannot even compare to Mark Henry 2011. It cannot even compare. Not even close. No. Mark Henry of 2011 was one of my favorite wrestlers ever. One of my favorite title reigns ever. Seth Rollins is the fucking reason I started watching wrestling again. He's the reason I came back. And I'm telling you, Seth Rollins this year does not even compare to Mark Henry 2011. Even look after, or the ending of the Nation, with the sexual chocolate gimmick of Mark Henry. People still chant that till this day. Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate. And then Farouk, he went on to become the APA, one of the most famous tag teams in WWE history. And you look at Farouk, he was already a star when he started this group. Ron Simmons, the first black heavyweight champion. And then look how you had Owen Hart, an already established wrestler. Some people thought it was dumb. I kind of understand why, but still, I kind of saw the purpose to why he joined the group. And then look how the whole DX thing... No, I'm not even going to get to that yet. But yeah, Nation of Domination created better stars than the Shield. Not even close. Match quality. This one I'll give to the Shield. No questions asked. You get no argument from me on that one. The Shield had way better matches than the Nation of Domination. Storylines and feuds. This is where it gets good. Nation of Domination had way better storylines and feuds than the fucking Shield did. Look how Farouk got a WWE title shot. And in my humble opinion, Farouk should have went over that night and been the first black WWE champion of all time. Which still has not happened till this day. Yeah, there's The Rock. Yeah, I do count him. But Farouk would have been the first black on black WWE champion. And that's something a lot of us have been waiting to see for a long time. And no, I did not want to see Ahmed Johnson be that first guy. Fuck that shit. That overrated piece of crap. Nah. Fuck Ahmed Johnson. That overrated piece of shit. Nothing against the man, but the wrestler, doo-doo. Anywho. Storylines and feuds. Farouk. He's already having a chance at the WWE title. Rightfully so, because for the people who say that was pretty random, who else was he really supposed to face? He already faced Mankind how many times? It wasn't ready for him to be him versus Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart, they were saving that for SummerSlam. Vader, I guess. But they already had that for In Your House Canadian Stampede. So why not have it for the main event of King of the Ring? He was a former World WCW champion. Everybody knows him to be the first WCW champion. I remember my grandfather kept telling me several times when I first started watching wrestling and we saw Farouk on the TV. He told me that was the first Black World Champion in history. So he was already a star by then. And Farouk just elevated that star status by having this Nation of Domination. And, okay, my bad. Going back to characters and charisma, some I forgot to involve. they evolved their character of the group. First, it went from having a bunch of random guys. Then it went to it was a black thing. Then it went to it was a cool thing. What the hell happened to the screen? Anywho, back to the point of what I'm talking about, storylines and feuds. Let's look at the Shield's best feud. Evolution. Okay, it was a decent feud. Now let's look at the Nation of Domination feuds. Farouk went for the WWE title, which was something big. And then look at how they had a mini feud, Heart Foundation. Didn't last too long. And then look at the feud between DX versus the Nation. Evolution versus the Shield does not hold a candle to this fucking feud. Not even close. Look how great the promo work was between the Nation and DX. Rock making fun of DX. DX making fun of the Nation. Look at some of the great promos Rock was cutting. And then I'm not even going to get to that yet. But yeah, like, look at some of the promos they were cutting. And this leads me to my next point. I'm going to mix it within the whole storylines and feud, which I should have did in the first place. Important matches. Again, look at The Rock versus Triple H SummerSlam. Look at Farouk versus The Undertaker at King of the Ring 1997. Very, very important matches. But yeah, like, in terms of feuds and important matches, easily Nation of Domination. The feud with The Rock and Triple H, their feud in 1998 alone was gold. They had my favorite SummerSlam match of all time for the Intercontinental title, Rock and Triple H. 5-star match. The two leaders of their teams going at it. And then back to the whole after the group thing. Look how that feud continued. Look how that feud fell into the WWE title picture. That's how great the feud was. So for storylines, feuds, and important matches, Nation of Domination by far. And for look, I have to bring this up. A bunch of militant, tough-looking black guys coming to fight for a purpose. Now, just ask yourself, be honest with yourself. Put the Shield beside the Nation of Domination. And just tell me who you take more serious. You just tell me. This is what you guys want to bring. Look. Okay, let's bring in look. Who do you take more serious? Just be honest with me. Who? Who would you rather hire for bodyguards? And then you guys talk about, the look fight with the girls, blah, blah, blah. When it comes to the women, nobody beats The Rock. That's it. Nobody. And that's what they had, and then that's what became one of the greatest of all time, The Rock, and top 3, and the biggest draw in wrestling today. And look how people are dying to see Brock Lesnar versus The Rock, even though me personally, I'm not really dying for that. But hey, from a drawing perspective, that's the right way to go. But yeah, those are my reasons for why I think Nation of Domination is better than the Shield. Have more charisma and character, more of a purpose, created better stars, had more important and better storylines and feuds, and they had more important matches. But yeah, give me your feedback. Agree with me, disagree with me. Tell me what you thought was flawed with what I said. Ask me any questions. Give me your feedback.